So today I want to talk about how you make something stand out, whether that's an app or a movie, a song, whatever your product is, whatever you're working on. The way to make it stand out is to do two things really well. Number one, you have to make it different. And number two, you have to make it better. Now, the reason you have to make it different is because if it's the same, no matter how good it is, it's just going to blend in with the crowd. You're never going to be able to cut through the noise. And so you have to find something that is different. I'll talk about kind of, how we do that in a second. The reason it has to be better is even if it's just different, if it's different in a way that makes it worse, or even just as good, again, people are not going to convert over. They're not going to use your app over the one that they're already using. They're not going to listen to your album or watch your movie unless it's both different and better. Now, the way to do this is not to go out searching for that necessarily, but to do what is uniquely you. You have to have a clear vision for what you're trying to create, whatever that product is. And don't bend to the will of or the opinions of others. Now, this is not to say you shouldn't listen to others, especially if people are saying, hey, I like that or I don't like that as much. You should hear it and apply it when necessary, but you shouldn't just cave in if you don't understand the deeper meaning or if it doesn't align with your vision. The world is the way it is because people who held strongly to their visions have made it that way. Didn't always start out that way. When Apple started, computers were very unpopular. Very few people had computers. People thought it would be a small hobby for a small group of people. Now every person on the planet either has one or wants one. So if you don't stick to that vision and you don't have a clear vision, wait on it and kind of, wait till you have one. And then once you have that clear vision, do everything necessary to adjust the path until you can make that vision a reality. Again, you can change how you get there, but make sure that end goal stays consistent. Once you've made it different, because it's clear to your vision, then you can work on optimizing it, making it better. If you make music, if you have a specific sound, okay, that's the part that's different. Now work on making that even better. Work on refining that. Work on becoming the best version of that sound. Whatever it is, apply that to your product, and I think that different plus better, methodology is what gets these breakouts that have this wild success. So what did I do this week? A couple things. First off, added a UX touch that improves the experience, which is swiping to dismiss. So most people who use their phones use it with one hand, they're swiping with one thumb. And so if you want to go back, you don't want to have to always reach to the top left corner of your screen to hit that back button. You want to just be able to swipe back from the middle of the screen like we've gotten used to on many apps. And so I implemented that. The second one is an issue that I've been working on for a while, which is there have been a set of recordings that were muted. And even if you had your microphone turned on, for some reason the sound wouldn't come through. And so was able to solve that issue after a lot of digging. Now the clip recordings are coming through well. So yeah, definitely a productive week. So what am I going to work on this week? First, adding a leaderboard. So we already have the popular section under Explore where we see the most popular topics listed in order of most responses, most replies to those topics. We're going to add a leaderboard of the top users, so the users who have the most rubies. The reason I'm doing this is I think that, first off, it's fun having that level of competition, but also people like lists, people like leaderboards. People want to see who's at the top, who's contributing the most to the network. And I think the people who are contributing should be rewarded with some sort of recognition, public recognition. And so adding a leaderboard. is something we'll do to the explore page. Next thing I'm going to work on is adding more depth to our Mixpanel analytics. So we already have the basic things being tracked, but I want to set up different flows, get an understanding of, again, how many clips do you need to post before you become a regular poster? How many GIFs do you need to get on your clips in order to feel good about that and want to post again? What types of topics are leading to the most number of replies? Trying to kind of systematize all of that. As always, I'll leave a wild card, so if I have anything else, I'll fill you in on that next week. As always, like, subscribe, let me know your thoughts. Check in with you guys next week.